Yo, I guess we doing more, man. Look, maybe I went off a little bit at the end of the last video, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm just telling you guys what it is. I'm going to state my opinions, factual. I got more information than 99.9% of anybody who watches these things. It's not a biased opinion. I don't root against anybody in this thing. That's why sometimes y'all hear me give credit to people that y'all think I normally wouldn't give credit to. But the bottom line is that we have to address the problems that we see here. We have to address the you know what I'm saying, the upstart in in human attacks. We have to address the fact that the dogs are deteriorating fast, and we see stiffer and stiffer rear ends and breakdowns of these dogs, early death on these dogs. We've seen government agencies taking notice of what's going on with these dogs. We still, and don't forget it, we're still a community that's under investigation for drug activity and money laundering, and some of the biggest names in this thing are notorious drug dealers. It's a lot going on, man, and you know, and shit. I mean, hell, I had a major damn drug case, so I'm not trying to act like I'm better than anybody. But if we're going to save the breed, we don't need current situations to look as if they look, and with the understanding that there are federal investigations going on into this community, and then you have an organization that shows no care, no anything for the animals that are part of this breed. Not one time in recent memory, I'm gonna ask you guys this. Not one time in recent memory have you ever seen to where the ABKC has come out and did anything about health. You have not seen them ban a dog for bad health. You have not seen them tighten up on regulations for bad health. You have not seen them even put out a memo that these things should not be done. A dog with a bad heart should not be bred. You know, you should, recommending health testing, they don't do that. And the reason they don't do that is it doesn't fit their agenda. They want everybody, just like, yes, and you did hear me correctly on the last video when I said the dogs have to be registered, and some people are already talking about, well, how are micros and minis registered in the ABKC? It's because they'll accept any paperwork. This is why the integrity of the breed is all fucked up, and this is why you don't see people getting kicked out for flunked DNA tests or any of that, because they allow everything, and that allowing everything is the product that you now see with the dogs that we have out here. You've allowed anything and everything, so now the dogs look like anything and everything. The dogs are attacking people like any and everything. The dogs are just overall bad. I mean, look at the show ring, and you tell me that you're seeing a high quality dog. The show ring should be a place where you see a lot of very, very nice dogs, and it's a hard place to figure out who's going to win because the quality of dogs is so good. That is not what we're seeing. You're seeing a lot of trash dogs, and as you search through there, you might find one or two dogs that you say, okay, that one is nice. He doesn't have a high rear, or she doesn't have this or that, and this is how they get by. It is unfortunate that the breed has sunk down to that, and I think it's even more unfortunate that at a time where the breed is at its lowest as far as health, as far as regulation of the things that we need to get the dogs back in shape, that you're adding more dogs that have known problems. The micro / mini bull has a lot of little health issues that would need to be worked out in order to bring it into the breed. The blotch pattern that you've been fighting for years to try to you're finding ways to try to get it in, which is really Merle, and I wish you would stop it with the blotch. I'm gonna say that a million times. Another one of those lies that they just lie till they get it in. That pattern, we know all the health issues that go along with it. I can do an interview with a very well-known vet in Houston, and he'll tell you the multitude of issues he's seeing coming in with dogs with the Merle pattern in these bully breeds, including seizures, the inability to come from up under anesthesia, deafness, blindness, and all of the above. You know what I mean? So when you start to look at these damn things, it gets pretty interesting that the so-called registry has not looked into any of the health issues and anything that has come along with this, and hasn't even looked into the fact of how are these dogs coming about. But, well, they know. But they're more interested in, hey, you make sure they're registered. You can't show them yet, but make sure they're registered. We're going to make a place for them. You know what I mean? Basically, give us your money. We're going to find a way to get you in the door. And then, you talk about the extreme dog, which the extreme dog, keep in mind, the extreme class was given up on supposedly by the ABKC back when I was still dealing with them, because it was a bad representation of the breed and as a whole. There were larger registries that were pretty much making fun of the ABKC and making fun of everybody who had anything to do with anything with these unhealthy ass dogs. But now you come back basically 10 years on the dot later, and you're going to reintroduce it so that you can get that money, just because you can't turn down anything. After you introduced all of the extreme dogs into the breed and never got rid of them, and you're telling people, have the paperwork, have the paperwork. How are you registering dogs that you don't have a standard for? You don't have anything for these dogs, but yet and still it's make sure they're registered. Make sure they're registered. And we're going to throw a show for them, and we're going to get them in. The level of greed has caused a level of destruction and, unfortunately, death in this community that's uncontrollable. People are crying because they can't sell puppies. Well, you can't sell puppies because the ABKC has made this a worldwide puppy mill market, and basically just promoted breed, register, register, register. Every litter you have of 8 pups means $240 to the ABKC. That's all they're interested in. They have not cared. You have not seen them have a doctor on board to explain any of the health issues. You have not seen them do any symposiums about the health issues, about proper breeding. There has been no regulation. This is just a big ass puppy mill registry, and eventually people, the price is going to be paid. You are seeing cities ban these dogs. You have seen a country ban these dogs. Multiple countries now have banned these dogs on the low, and it's going to continue to get worse because there is not a seriousness about making this breed better. The only interest that these people have is money. And if we continue this way, this breed will not last. But until next time, y'all, God bless y'all. Much love. Peace.